And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is week 6 of the South Range Raiders show live from Giangelo's in Boardman. It is South Range Raider night. David Rock, the head ball coach of the South Range football team, joins us as always here, coming off an unbelievable game, probably one of the best of the night on YSN out of all 31 games. Coach, congratulations. That was without a shadow of a doubt the game of the night. Almost the coveted walk-off that every coach, every player wants, that they can talk about the rest of their days. But 20 seconds left on the clock when you think about it. Yeah. But what a comeback victory. What a gutsy victory against Struthers. Talk about that game.
Yeah, no, I probably would have had a few less gray hairs if we did use the whole 20 seconds up.
I wish I had some gray hair.
Yeah. No, they were so explosive that it felt like any amount of time was still dangerous. And but just really proud of the fight in our kids. I thought, it's funny, we started really fast, and then I don't know that we played poorly in the middle of the game as much as they got some things going and showed us a couple things that we hadn't seen before. And then, but again, down the stretch, I thought it really spoke volumes about the character and the poise and the resiliency of our group. That they were able to kind of gather up and go on a rally there for the last 2 minutes and punch it in.
I talked to Coach Hake yesterday, yesterday, about how difficult it is to plan for the unexpected, right? When they're going to show you things that you've never seen before on tape that they run. How do you communicate that to the kids? How do you like prepare them for the unexpected?
I think it's really tough, especially at the smaller division schools. And for us right now, we have so many guys that are playing both ways. So it's hard to get guys off the field and to make adjustments when, if you're making a defensive adjustment, they might be in there playing offense and vice versa. So that's tough. I think, during the week, you just have to try to prepare them for really anything that you could see. And then from a mental standpoint, you just try to find ways to increase the level of poise and the overall football IQ so they're able to adjust maybe quicker and without having the chance to take them to the side and really talk to them.
I thought it was really interesting and talking to some of the Raider fans and even Struthers fans. They wanted you to pass the ball, right? They wanted you to pass the ball, and they were able to do that. But towards the end of the game, they were almost daring you to run. And you guys, obviously, you do that very, very well. Anytime there's contact involved, South Range is always in the mix of the conversation. When you saw that was happening, is that something that you, Coach Allegretto, just kind of let that happen and adjust the game plan accordingly? Obviously, halftime adjustments, things of that nature. But I think later on in the game, there was a little bit of I don't know, being tired a little bit on defense. And, the legs look fresh. You look at Blake and Aiden and even Tristan going down the stretch. Is that something you adjust with on the fly on the sideline and you guys talk about, or how does that come about?
Well, I think, whenever you're in tough situations, I think it's probably natural to kind of fall back on the things that you feel like you do well and the things that your kids probably know the best, and that's most of what we were doing there at the end was day 1 or day 2 install for us. And especially when there's a lot of pressure, I think, you want to fall back on the things that you're comfortable with. And I think that's part of it. I think the other part of it was, I think our kids, really were calm, but at the same time, they sensed the urgency that was required for us to go try to score, and they saw an opportunity to go win the game. And so I think, we did what we feel like we're best at, which was run the football there. And we're fortunate that we have a lot of depth at running back and a bunch of guys that can carry that load. And I thought that was a big part of it down the stretch when, I'm sure both teams were gassed, that we were still able to plug in some guys that were, maybe semi-fresh down the stretch and to go battle.
Is there any favoritism over a close victory like this or a blowout win that you got the mercy clock go? I mean, is there any part of you that goes, man, that's really nice to get one of those?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great feeling after the game. Obviously, we'll take a win however we get it.
I knew it was coming.
And then we'll coach it up. But, we had talked at length, starting in July about finding ways to win close games and to win what most people probably consider 50-50 games and what that takes and what that entails. We joked around Saturday morning. I said, guys, we were up 14-0 when we were watching the film. And I said, guys, just because we've talked about this doesn't mean we have to make everyone go down to the last drive of the game. But we'll take them, however we can get them, especially on the road and in our conference against a really good team.
We talked about it last week. I mean, you got 3 away games, right? And then 3 tough away games. And then you come back home. If there's one left, and it's a big one against Poland, there's a lot of people, again, pointing to this game as the game that is a must-see stream on YSN. When you think about the NE8, I mean, to me, every game is like it's like watching AFC North football. I mean, it's granddad's football, right? The one that he tells you about, 4 yards in the cloud of dust, all that stuff. When you look at this stretch that you guys are going through, what have you seen from your team, and what type of growth have you been able to monitor along the way?
Well, I go back to the poise and the preparation and just being able to be consistent in terms of showing up every week and trying to play our absolute best. Obviously we're not in a position, nor is anybody else in this league, to overlook anybody in the Northeast state. I think the whole conference top to bottom is much improved, over previous years. And I think our kids have embraced that challenge, and as far as improvement goes, I think, looking back, we spent a lot of time discussing and frankly being concerned about our ability to win close games. It's not something that we've had to do, for a couple of years, at least during the regular season. And so we really talked and worked a lot at trying to create stresses in practice and trying to put our kids in difficult situations, where they had to perform, under the gun. And I hope that's what, you're kind of seeing in some of these close games. I think that our kids are doing a great job of just remaining poised and continuing to execute at a high level and just keep on responding to whatever happened, good or bad, and just keep playing the next play. So, again, I think we're better for it. I think our conference is better for it. Every game, I think every team in there is a worthy opponent and is going to give you your best shot.
Is it one of those situations, though, as a coach, that you can say, hey, whoever lines up across from us, they're just nameless gray faces? Or do you have to prepare for the Dom Paganos and the guys that you're going to face, the big names that are putting up big numbers this year?
Yeah, I think, every team in our conference has their handful of guys that they really like and they want to get the ball in certain situations and to use them on defense, as in a way that makes the biggest impact. So I think every week you have to, when you're doing the scouting report, you have to know where those guys are at and kind of how their coaching staff tries to use them. I know it's kind of a popular thing right now with Coach Prime, down in Colorado, that is personal. But, for us, it's really not something that we talk about in terms of, these are kids that, frankly, we're pulling for 9 weeks out of the year or in the postseason from these other teams, so we don't get too involved in that. But again, I think you want to know where they're at and you want to know how to control them, as best you can.
Coach Pavlansky has his team undefeated, obviously 5-0 going against 4-1 South Range. The slipper of Cinderella's on the other foot this year. It's kind of weird. So when you look at this, what does Poland do really well that you guys are expecting to see on Friday?
Well, I think you start with them defensively. I want to say their starters have given up maybe one touchdown on the year. So, anytime you're playing great defense like that, it gives you a great chance to win. So, and they're very senior heavy. I think, and I was looking at it today, I think they have 15 senior starters.
Yeah, 19 total.
Yep. Yeah, and then 19 on the roster. And then if you look at them up front between their 5-0 linemen and their 4D linemen, 8 of them are seniors, and I want to say 8 of them are one-way starters. So that's going to be a big challenge for us. Just to, they're going to be fresh and running guys in and out of there. But obviously they're good up front. They're a well-coached football team. They play well on special teams. I thought special teams played a big role in the Canfield game, which was obviously a heavyweight bout, 12-rounder. So we're going to have to play great football and protect the football and play great on special teams and to try to find a way to get that defense to crack a little bit, and nobody else has yet.
So when you look at that, every team has weaknesses, right? When you look at film, but exploiting them is another thing, because nobody's been able to really do that against Poland this year. I don't want to say what's your game plan, but what things are you looking at and you're saying, hey, I think we have a chance if we can do this?
Well, I think if you look at what has made them successful as a defense, and this is just my perspective, maybe they would say something different.
Sure.
But I think they're really secure in who they are. I think they do a good job of keeping it simple and just playing their defense and doing what they do well. So for us to combat that and for us to execute, at the same level or higher if we want to win the game, I think it's going to require us kind of resorting to the things that we do well and we've done well. And there's obviously some new wrinkles and things we're working on. But, at the end of the day, I think you have to maintain the integrity or the character of your football team and try to do the best you can to just show up and play.
We've gone through every single senior thus far this season with our player profiles, except for Logan Butcher, who we will 100% get. That will be a guarantee, folks.
Hopefully he's out there scoring some goals
he's
right
out
now.
There, yeah, he's out there putting balls in the back of the net.
That's
man.
right.
That's what he does. That's what he does so well. But we're going to talk about to the juniors, and we have a couple juniors tonight that we're going to talk about. But as a class, this has been a crew that state champions as sophomores. A lot of them were asked to do a lot of different things. along the way and grow up fairly quick. And now they're really, you look at this, they're leaders of this team, even as underclassmen. When you look at this group of juniors, what really categorizes them and characterizes them in your eyes?
Well, I think a couple things. One, I would say they're really selfless. They understand their place on the team, and you could ask them guys, and they would tell you that the seniors, this is still a seniors team.
Yeah.
And they're running the show and they're leading us. But I think the juniors also realize that they have to fill a little bit of a leadership void, just in terms of numbers. We have a lot of juniors, and they're obviously playing meaningful roles. And then just the consistency and the work ethic that they show. I mean, they show up and they work hard year round. They're kind of the jokesters on the team, so they kind of keep things nice and light. But they also understand when it's time to get down to business. They're really fierce competitors, and they love one another. They've been great teammates to the seniors and to the young kids. They're, some of the guys you're going to talk to tonight they're leaders in the school. And so, we're really lucky to have them on our team, and they're great players.
Past couple weeks, I mean, we're talking to Gavin, we're talking to Aiden tonight. There have been key plays during the game. Obviously, the pick six and the touchdown from Aiden and the last minute touchdown. When you look at those guys that want the ball, everybody wants the ball, but when you get the ball, it's a different feel because you got to do something with it. When you're talking about these two gentlemen tonight, what comes to mind?
Well, I mean, just that. I think they're both willing to do, whatever's asked of them. You look at, Aiden and Gavin are both playing essentially every rep for us on defense, and then just, the way our offense has been, they're both being asked to block a lot, so Aiden's done an amazing job of blocking out of the backfield and doing some things there and asking to do some really tough physical jobs. And then, defensively, actually Aiden changed positions, I think, maybe the week of our first scrimmage, and just said, whatever you guys need me to do, I'll do it. So he's kind of still learning what's going on up there, but he's done a great job of it, and then again, Gavin is a wideout. I think most people think, wideouts want the ball thrown to him all the time, but the truth is he spends the majority of the game blocking for other people and takes a lot of pride in that. I think if you watch our film closely, he jumps off the field in terms of giving great effort and being a great teammate. And then, on the defensive side, I think he had 14 tackles last week. So, he's flying around over there and making a lot of plays and has really kind of become kind of the quiet leader of the secondary in the middle. We're relying on him to make a lot of checks, him in the, one side of the defense and Aiden on the other. And they've done a great job of leading us in film study and getting us lined up.
All right. You know what it's time for? It's time to take it off the field for that one question that drives every coach mad when they're with me. This one is kind of a two-parter. All right. Okay. So I know you like to eat. I know you like to, but we're not going to ask you anything about food. We're going to ask you about your company, right?
Okay.
So you've got you and 4 others at one table, and then you've got another table of 4 celebrities that you'd want to eat dinner with, and then 4 people in your life, living or past, that you would want to have supper with, that you can talk to.
I don't know if I could name 4 celebrities total, but okay, I'll go. Yeah, I should. I would say 4 celebrities that I would like to eat with. I don't know if Kirby Smart counts.
Yes,
he's a celebrity. I would take Nick Saban.
Okay.
I think I hate to poke fun at him, but I think Urban Meyer would probably be a good time.
Okay.
And for a 4th one, I'm trying to think of a celebrity that I don't even know.
That's a good table.
You know what? I would probably take I'd probably take Dion.
Coach Prime.
Yeah, Coach Prime.
That's twice in this conversation. Coach Prime has come up.
He's in the news.
I like it. All right. Then now your table.
My table, people living or dead
that are close to you that you'd want to talk to.
Oh man, I would say probably my grandfathers and the 2 kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, I guess not why. What question would you ask the celebrity table?
The celebrity table, I would probably ask them. I think I would probably ask them about staying power. If I were asking, the Kirbys and the Nick Sabans and all of those guys, just what does it take to stay on top for that long? I think it's something that is difficult for a lot of teams and a lot of sports. There's got to be a certain element of culture and buy-in that goes into it. And I would ask how they handle that.
And what about your table?
I probably wouldn't ask anything. I would probably have Grandpa and Grandpa do the talking.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Awesome. Coach, best of luck against
thank
Poland.
You.
Appreciate you as
guys.
always, ladies and gentlemen. David Rock.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this with Gavin Nagy right here on YSN.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Flynn. Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
Or visit WRSwealth.com.
go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats. Go Dogs. Go Tigers.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Nestled here in the beauty and splendor of Mill Creek Metro Parks are two of America's best golf courses, as selected by Golf Week magazine. Ranked number 9 in Ohio by TripAdvisor. Come play like a pro on these award-winning Donald Ross-designed courses. Enjoy a round with your kids and unwind with your favorite food and drinks in the grill room. For championship golf, look no further than your backyard. Mill Creek Golf Course.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the South Range Raiders show. DJ Yoakley with you. Very special guest, player profile, Raider style. It is Gavin Nagy that joins us at this time. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start there because Nagy, Charles Nagy, Gavin Nagy, right? There, and there's not just announcers all over the state, but because, I mean, you're a state champ, obviously, but like, does that get under your skin? Even when like really good announcers that are in YSN area, that they do it and they don't even know. Like, does that bother you?
It doesn't bother me at all, no, but
It bothers somebody.
It bothers my mom, a lot.
Yeah. She was giving me the heads up, like the pronunciation, like before we went on. She's like, listen, it's like a horse. Nagy. And I'm like, okay, that now we're speaking DJ's language, right? So but the cool thing about having that kind of a name is you can kind of make the name for yourself, right?
Yeah.
You get to sit there and as being a skill player, being a junior, you still have a lot of ceiling, a lot of room that you can grow. And you've done that. So we talked last year a lot about kind of who you embodied, who you wanted to be like. And Shane Lindstrom kept coming up. And my dude, I don't know if there's a coincidence, but you're number 11 this year. Talk to me about how that kind of came about.
Yeah, last year he just came up to me and was like, are you going to take my number next year? And I was like, yeah. So I talked to Coach Rock and he put the number on reserve for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that number mean to you? When you're looking at the two sticks, right? 11. What does that mean to you? What does it embody? How does it make you want to go out and play football?
Well, it just makes you want to like fill in his shoes and do what he did, and then just continue it on.
Do you guys still talk a lot?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, so like after a game, like after the Green game, did you guys talk? Did he give you any insight on things you can do or mentally? Because Shane was like 90% mental, right?
Yeah.
As physically gifted as he was 90% like always positive. What was he telling you after a tough loss?
Well, he doesn't always text me after, but before every game, he'll text me. He'll say like, "How are you feeling today? Like, how you feeling?" Or after, he'll say like, "What do you need to work on?" And then I'll ask him about his game because they play on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I'll just say like, "Good luck today," and then I'll ask him like how he did and stuff.
Now you want to go and play at the next level as well. So it's one of those things like, are you learning from him and what he's going through and learning the expectations that in a year or two you're going to have to really start boiling down?
Well, he just like tells me how it is, like their day, like how like busy they are.
Yeah.
So like just like get me prepared for like how their day goes on, like how much work you have to put in.
It's a job.
Yeah, it's like
a
it's a full
job.
day thing.
All right. So before you got on, I asked you what you ate because you are like, I mean, I don't even know. You could do your own like show on like foodie stuff.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what you ate tonight and where you got your taste of food and culture, if you will. I don't even know how to go at this.
Yeah, well, I got bruschetta and barbecue chicken pizza. I usually get wings, but not tonight. And I get like I'm Italian, so my whole family we just get a bunch of different food and everything. I've been to Italy one time too.
Have you
so,
really?
Yeah, and I have family there, so we just ate a bunch of different foods there.
How old were you?
It was like my summer going into like 4th grade or something.
Okay, so enough to remember, long enough to go that you can remember, old enough you can remember. But would you go back?
I'm going back this summer actually.
There it is.
Yeah.
So what did you miss out on the first time, or what things did you really like that you want to go back and you want to do?
Well, like the ocean is like really beautiful and like swimming in that. But I also want to like see my cousins again and stuff because I feel like I never get to see them or talk to them. So
They speak English?
no, but it's just fun like to just be with them. Like we were like playing. I remember we were like playing ping pong and stuff, and like we like didn't know like we couldn't say anything to each other, but like we were communicating like through the game.
So, and I know from other way you're a good trash talker is what I understand.
A little bit.
Can you trash talk in Italian? Like, do they know you're trash talking them on ping pong?
I don't know. Maybe just like start cheering at them or something. I don't know.
Because usually Italians are just loud anyway, right?
Yeah.
So they're kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
So like maybe they're not swearing at you or talking trash, but like maybe you think they are.
Yeah.
One of
I
those
don't know.
things. Okay, so you're going to Italy. What's one piece of food, like one that you have to have it?
I don't know. Probably like, well, obviously like pasta and stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to like, because we're going there like with the school and everything, so we're like seeing everything and tasting like foods. So I
Yeah.
probably just want to like taste new foods.
It's a little better than Olive Garden, they say.
Yeah,
A little
probably.
better.
Probably a little. Bit.
Not better than Giangelo's. Let's talk about this team, man. This is a very special team. Obviously, you were part of a very special team last year. I mean, is there a difference? What differences are there? And what pieces are you trying to embody from last year? What pieces are you trying to build on your own, so to speak?
Well, I feel like we definitely came together like from summer to now as a team. I feel like we're so much closer and we play way more better, and we can still play better in my opinion. But like one difference from like last year is like I feel like it was just different seeing like all the older kids, but now like we're the older kids, so like there's no one to like look at like
It's crazy because like as a freshman, you're looking around and everybody's cheering for those seniors and the juniors, right?
Yeah.
And now you're out there and everybody's cheering for you. You got people
Yeah.
wearing the 11, putting the 11s on their cheeks, the things
Yeah.
that. Wait, how do you handle that? Because there is a mental aspect to that and being able to compartmentalize it until after the game. And how do you handle it?
I feel like you just got to set a good example. So like when they're the older kids, then they'll know what to do.
So for you, who set that example for you other than Shane?
Probably everyone, like just being around all the older kids. Cause I was like friends with all of them, like JD, Joey, Nick, like all of them. I was friends with all of them, Billy. I would always hang out with them and everything. So
when you're out there, I mean, because you're out there a lot, right? You're out there the Struthers game. Obviously, you had the pick 6 2 weeks ago. When you're looking at how you're setting the example, setting the tone, and building a legacy, what things are you focused on?
I feel like I just got to do my role and do my job.
And what is that?
Like,
you didn't think I was coming back at you with that question,
yeah,
did you?
I didn't.
So your job is what? When Coach Rock talks to you, what does he want you to embody?
Well, on defense, you just got to do my job, like just read my 2, and on offense, just do what I'm supposed to do on each play.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, let's get off the field for a little bit. I know we were off the field before. Your family is unbelievable. Like your mom is like she treats my kids like I'm sure she treated you. To have a family like that, I mean, obviously an Italian family, you know, everybody loves each other. What does that mean to you to have that to go home to, no matter if you win or lose?
It's great. Like I can always like go to them and for help, and like I know everyone. Like I can go to anyone in my family and talk to them.
Yeah.
The only bad thing is like when we're in public, like they know everybody, so we're always stopping and talking to somebody.
Oh, dude, listen.
Kind of bad.
My wife hates my guts because we can't get out of anywhere for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand it. You'll learn to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is the strength of your family? If you could build your, you know what a family shield is, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the piece or pieces that make up your family shield that you think that if you could reincarnate it?
Well, I feel like a food symbol would definitely have to be on there.
Okay.
And then, I don't know. I feel like we're all pretty close.
Yeah.
So I feel like with all my cousins and stuff, I feel like we're all like the same age, like me and my one cousin. So we're always together.
Who's the cook in your family?
The cook?
Yeah.
My nana. She's standing right there in the red right there.
She's got it.
Yeah.
What's the best thing she cooks?
Probably pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah, we make our own pasta sauce. Oh no, I changed that.
Scratch it.
Probably our bread that we make.
Bread.
Yeah, we make our own bread. We just made some like last weekend, like in our outdoor
Just
oven.
regular bread, or is it like flavored bread? What is it?
No, we just make it in our outdoor oven, and it's like gets like all like burnt and crispy, and like it's
with soft inside and,
yeah,
and the
it's-
smell
it's so
probably.
good. Yeah, it's.
Is bread one of those things that like when you smell it, you just immediately get hungry, even if you're
I
not?
like smell the wrapper in the bread, and if it doesn't smell good, out.
the wrapper.
Yeah.
What's one thing? Okay, desert island.
Uh-huh.
Just you and the desert island. You got one movie, one book, and one album, music album. I know they don't really have those anymore, so just whatever artist. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you get for the rest of your life. You're stuck there on the desert island.
So one movie, it'd probably be 42, the Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson story.
Yeah, I
that's
like that.
deep.
I like that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that one.
I was gonna guess old school, so I was way off. All right, so there's the movie. What's
Yeah.
the book?
The book. I think I haven't read many books.
Don't tell mom that.
Probably something we've just read in school. Like,
Uh-oh.
I don't even know. I can't even think of a book on.
Not good.
Now.
Not good. Abort. Okay, so what's the album or artist?
Well, probably something country. So probably
Country, really?
Yeah, I listen to all music, but like I feel like country, I could just like sit on the desert island and just chill to. I feel like it'd be like a vibe, you
I
know?
love it. Yeah, that's you in a nutshell, right there.
Yeah.
You're straight on a desert island and you're looking for the vibe.
Yeah.
Gavin Nagy, thank you so much. Appreciate you so
Thanks for
much.
having me.
There he goes, Gavin. We'll be back with Aiden Dominguez right here on YSN.
But now you can see every school, to the smallest school, to the intermediate schools, to the schools in the outlying areas. It gives you coverage that you could just never get to before. It's something that's great to experience, and it's opened up a whole new wave of sports viewership. The possibilities are endless here at YSN. Push the envelope every day. Try something new. If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, let's try another angle, and we just keep moving forward. My name is Mike Ackelson, and my sports network is your sports network.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife, create memorable family moments, experience history, heritage, and park programs, explore scenic landscapes, take time to relax and be well, connect with nature and each other. Come see what's new at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Plan your trip now at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means taking care of our local customers.
And it's just a great feeling to put them in a vehicle and get them all excited about a new vehicle.
At the end of the day, our goal is to be someone our customers can count on.
And every day I'll go the extra mile for the community so they can trust us.
To do anything that would convenience the customer or make them feel more at home.
Realizing, number one, that we're here for them. and that we're not going to go away.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Giangelo's here in Boardman for the South Range Raiders show. DJ Yokley joined at this time for another player profile. It is all day Aiden Dominguez, everyone. Give it up for AD. Aiden, we've known each other a long time. You have crushed a lot of crab legs along the way, but I will start with this. I mean, you've been playing varsity ball in some capacity since your freshman year. When, if ever, does it ever settle in that you're kind of fitting in those shoes of a varsity athlete, right? Because your freshman year, you're kind of here and there and dabbling a little bit. You got some, obviously, a lot more playing time last year, and here you are as a junior, and you're doing walk-off winners against your arch rivals. When did it strike you that, hey, I can do this?
I would probably say like the end of the sophomore year last year.
That late?
Yeah, just because on the defense side of the ball, you know, I'm always like kind of nervous out there playing safety. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like the last guy. But I mean, towards the end of the year and the playoffs, I kind of settled down. You know, feeling like I really could play.
I think the best thing about you and your family is, I mean, we're over there throwing bags, playing cornhole, and you're picking your brother's brain about coverages and things of that nature. I mean, that's got to be nice to be able to constantly talk to someone who's not only played in the same system as you,
Yeah.
but is playing at the next level and learning things that he can hand down to you. What is that like for you?
It's really good because like I just come home, you know, and I'm thinking, and I got Ethan and Dylan.
That's
there
true. I forgot.
for
Yeah.
me to ask questions about, you know, and they both played at YSU, so it's really nice. You know, they got the next level, you know, insight.
Your brother's out there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Were you there?
Uh-huh.
Ohio State?
Yeah.
What was it like to see your brother playing against one of the top 5 teams in the entire country?
Dude, it was crazy. I had some pretty nice seats, so I could see a lot. You know, it was hype.
Shout
He was
out
there
Mom
on
and Dad.
kick return. Yeah.
Is that something you could see yourself doing?
Shoot, I don't know if YSU plays Ohio State again, but maybe, yeah.
Is that? I mean, did we just kind of uncover where you're gonna go?
No, I
okay.
mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying. I mean, that looked like a tell to me. If we're playing poker, maybe we do, maybe we
Yeah,
don't.
well,
Nobody will ever know. That looked like a tell. You guys are very close. I mean, you're very close with this group of guys, and obviously your family. You guys do a lot. Your dad cooks, all that stuff. You guys have your pregame meals a lot. What is it that not only draws you to each other, right, from a friend standpoint and from a family standpoint from this team, but like to hang out off the field and things of that nature? What is it about the spirit of? I mean, you guys are always competing against each other in something. What is that?
I would say it just really increases like play on the field, to be honest, just like in every way, because you know, like we're all like, especially on defense, you know, because like we're reacting out there, and it's like I can just really trust my teammates to do what they're doing, you know, and I know that they're gonna fight because we fight with each other, you know.
I was gonna say, so do you base your if it's 4th and 1 on the goal line and our toes are in our own end zone, do you look around and be like, hey man, I know that you gave up that you folded on a hand that you had, like, or I know you gave up when we were down 20-0 in cornhole, like, do you like account for that stuff, or is it a whole different like appreciation?
I don't know. I would say sometimes I would think to certain moments, but I don't know. I just think I see my teammates as like, you know, brothers and stuff. So you would just trust them in moments like that because they look at me the same way I look at them, you know.
When you guys are doing your competitions, which you literally compete against each other in everything from eating down to God knows what, who's the most competitive out of all of you guys?
Out of my teammates?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, I don't know. I would say I don't know. I'd say like Cam Acquisto.
Really?
Or maybe Brady sometimes.
Okay.
Maybe Brady. I don't know. Depends
So
on what they're
it's a
doing.
close 1 and 2, 1A.
Yeah.
Where do you fall on that list? Because I've seen you. First off, I've seen you funnel diet or what cherry Coke from one cylinder into another.
I had to.
Yeah, you had to. Where do you fall on the list of competitors?
I don't know. I'd say we're all pretty up there. You know, we would all rank pretty high on, you know. So it's kind of tough to say I'm more competitive than this guy, but who knows? I feel like in the right position, I could be pretty.
I know one thing for sure
high.
is when push comes to shove, 34 wants the ball in his hand with the game on the line. What is it about that? I mean, you watch these movies, winners want the ball, all that stuff. Where do you get that drive from?
I don't know. I think it's just I don't want to like lose, It's just especially in a game like that where we're up the whole time and then they come back and it's just like, dang, like we kind of sold this game, but we didn't because there's still time on the clock, we can come back.
I know you play offense and defense. Is there a specific, like, you're leaning towards, you like defense better, offense better? Does it matter just whenever you're out there?
I mean, normally I would probably say defense, but in a game like Struthers,
Offense
scoring the last touchdown, that was pretty fun.
Would you rather stop somebody on the 1 or score the winning touchdown?
Shoot. I got to say score the winning touchdown.
Of course you do, because you did it.
I mean, yeah.
You
I
did it.
I guess.
Your defensive coordinator's looking at you working. He's like, okay, I see how this goes.
Hey.
Your family, we've already alluded to him a couple of times. You have one of the best families that we've ever met. You guys have adopted us as part of your family, and we appreciate that, certainly. What do they mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, you got to say everything, I mean, like, I'm with them all the time, obviously, and I love them. They're number one. And, I mean, just because all our brothers are so tight, all three of us are, we've all played football and baseball and stuff like that. We just
Shout out Sophie, by the way.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, she's like mom 2.0 for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I call her mom probably half the time.
Sure.
She, like, cooks for me and stuff.
Speaking of cooking, we alluded to the notorious crab legs that you can put down, and you didn't disappoint at all from the time that you were like barely walking, I feel like, till last year. What's the number one food for you that you can hammer down?
I would say crab legs.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the one. That's your Kobayashi moment.
For sure.
Crab legs. So I just ran into you at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So if we're eating cheeseburgers, you're out.
I don't know if it's my dad's cheeseburgers.
Oh no, that's a different level though. When they're Uncle Randy's cheeseburgers, it's another level. It's like you got Uncle Randy's and 6 layers of anything else, and then Sesame, which I think is very high.
I like Sesame burgers. Yeah.
Your dad is still better, like ridiculous. And the last time I saw him, he made a vat of them that you guys all ate.
They were eating real quick.
Gone. Okay, so from a standpoint of, here we go. This will be a good one.
All right.
By the end of your career, right? I know you got a long way to go, long stretch. Who will be the number 1 running back for South Range? The South Range out of the Dominguez family.
Out of the Dominguez 3?
Yep. Who's gonna be the guy?
Bro.
Who's gonna have the numbers forever? Because you can't go back.
I know you can't. I mean,
you have the advantage, right? Because you have the numbers in front of you.
Yeah. I have time. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure how much Ethan really has because I was young. I didn't watch the games when I was that young. But I mean, I would obviously guess, he's pretty up there, obviously.
I'd say.
Shoot. I don't know. I honestly don't think passing Dylan is pretty. That would be pretty hard. I mean, he got the jump sophomore year. He's running the ball a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit. I mean,
you did all right your sophomore year.
Yeah, I did all right, but
you're doing all right your junior year too, young man.
I don't know. I'd say Dylan will stick to number 1.
You think Dylan will be number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. We haven't got to talk about mom at all. Talk about mom, man. What she means to you and obviously your entire family.
Yeah, she's I don't know. She's like kind of like the general, She comes home late. She works late. But then when she comes home, she's like the quarterback. She's telling everybody what to do, But it's crazy. I mean, I hear her at like 11 o'clock doing dishes and folding clothes and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know how she does all of it,
Can we talk about your wannabe diet you tried this summer?
Dude, I don't even know.
Okay, so how long did this diet last that you got? What was the diet and how long did you make it?
Well, the diet was supposed to be like, I don't even know what the right word would be. Just
eating
like
grass, basically.
Yeah, basically vegan, I guess. I mean, I don't even know. It didn't last very long.
You guys were sold on this diet.
I know, dude. I thought it was the answer, but I guess it's not because you have to eat a lot of grass,
That's all you were eating.
A lot of it.
It was bad. And like, your dad's feeding us cheeseburgers, and what was the other thing you fed us? Oh,
street tacos.
No, it was Dylan cooked. It was the
schnitzel.
No, it was chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles, dude.
And I don't even think you guys made it through the day.
No, I mean, there's no way we can make it through that with Randy cooking.
No chance.
I mean,
last question for you. As you know, you have a very young fan in the Z who loves you, and everything he does, it's I'm going to be number 34 because of Aiden Dominguez. I'm going to be, all this stuff like that. When you have those young eyes watching you, right? What does that mean to you? Has it even set in yet that you're a role model for the younger generation of South Range Raiders?
I don't know. It's kind of just weird, because like last year we weren't really like the top dogs, because of the big senior class, and it was just we're like kind of waiting for our turn the whole time. But now it's here. It's kind of I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't think it's set in yet, but I don't know. I guess 34 isn't just my number. I mean, obviously, I don't know uncountable amount of people,
it runs in the family for sure. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We always got your back. Aiden Dominguez, everybody, give him a round of applause. That is going to do it for the South Range Raiders Show live from D'Angelo's. Join us next Tuesday after the Poland game for more on the South Range Raiders Show, only on your sports network. Good night, everybody. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to